Step further, hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friends, stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will take. It'll only cost 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you see that he is sad. He hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the passion begin. Hurry, hurry, step out. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make it right. Let the passion begin. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make it right. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears. See the girl who's collecting broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the side show begin. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make it right. Let the side show begin. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make it right. So let the sun should begin. Guaranteed to make it right. Sun should begin. Can't afford to pass it by.
Grandest. I know no one has come in. This is a very new channel. I barely ever go live here. Let's see. Trying to get the information. Let's see. All right, there it is. Copying a link. I'm about to get into this information. Get this channel. Hopefully, we can get some. Let me see. Some shares here. Peace, love, and bliss to everyone that has come in. I appreciate you guys so much. for being a part of my world. I know that this is an empty channel right now, but we are going to build it up for instances like this. So let's get into it.
TikTok. I know a lot of y'all travel, a lot of y'all like to be on the road, and a lot of y'all get hotels and Airbnbs. But what I need y'all to know is this is a list of hotels. You got the Hilton, the Wyndham, the Days Inn, the Super 8, Best Western, Red Lion, Marriott, Choice Hotels, Extended Stay America, and Motel 6. What do all these hotels have in common? They're all being sued right now for human trafficking. They have been participants in human trafficking. But wait, that's not all. In some of these hotels, they have found tunnels in the closets that go underground that led to missing children. Hey, do your own research. As you can see right here, the lawsuit has been filed against major hotel companies, including these, for allowing trafficking to occur or from human trafficking. Also, these hidden cameras have been found in a lot of these hotels as well. The traffickers use these cameras to spy on you and to see who they can kidnap. This is a coat hanger. This is a camera that looks like a plain screw. You would never know. People, you have to check your rooms for cameras. Also be aware of hotels that offer free shampoo and some conditioners because they're property and profiting from human trafficking. Also, containers will have shampoo in them, but the base of the container is a whole camera system. So be careful at Airbnbs and at hotels everywhere. You can actually buy a device that will scan the room and let you know if there are cameras in the room. And it will show you where the cameras are. And for reference, this is a hotel in Florida that had a hole in the closet that they went through and they found children way down that tunnel where they would kidnap people to check into these hotels.
Yeah, but inside this 3-star motel, this what really freaked me out up here by the front door. Not this. See the left, bro. This what freaked me out. Right by the front door. The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's creepy, fucked up shit. Now, how a bitch supposed to feel safe? There it is. There you go.
Survivors of human trafficking now are fighting back now more than ever, and not just against the traffickers, but the businesses they say made their money off their own misery.
The hotel employees here allegedly ignored the red flags and visible injuries and cashed the profits from human trafficking.
This doesn't surprise me at all. The Marriott, Hilton, and other hotels sued over alleged sex trafficking activity. So basically, these major hotels we support are turning a blind eye, possibly even involved. Here are some helpful tips to protect you and your family. From human sex trafficking, protect yourself from doxing. Post vacation pics when you get home. Always travel in groups, never single. Don't leave kids in hotels if you don't know the staff. Never talk with strangers when traveling, and always watch your surroundings. Watch for people in hotel lobbies not to be followed. And move cautiously if any vans pull up by your car. Never, ever let anyone get you into a vehicle. Always use...
This is one of the most horrendous things that's happening in today's, daily world that we have going on.
Columbus attorney Stephen Babin says Ohio is the fourth largest state in the country for human trafficking, and more than 95% of it happens in hotels.
It's a problem that's been in the hospitality industry forever.
Babin has filed more than 40 individual lawsuits against 6 hotel companies, including Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, Red Roof Inns, and Choice Hotels International, for allowing trafficking to occur on their property and profiting from human trafficking.
You have horror stories where people are handcuffed to toilets and hotel staff comes in and nobody does anything about it.
The ability to yank the license if there's a significant number of police runs, if there's a significant number of violence and crime, if there is evidence of human trafficking that is persistent and not addressed.
Klein says he believes the owners should be held accountable.
They're the ears on the ground.
Suspected
kids. That's Mark and that's Andy. They put on a good front.
Mary Homerding never suspected her neighbors were child sex traffickers.
They were always polite. They even joked around.
Because they would ride by in the golf cart and wave.
Nobody in this quiet 55 and older mobile home park suspected a group of 6 men had been keeping 2 teen boys in this trailer starting in 2017.
They were really nice. That's what the shocking part is.
Neighbors said they were surprised the men got away with it for so long because the boys were being held in that blue trailer just a few feet away from the neighborhood trash containers, which many of the residents of this 600-unit complex use multiple times a week.
I've never seen the kids. Yeah, as many times I went to the garbage can because they live right across from the garbage can. I never heard anything. Never seen anything out of order.
Police say the men in the trailer and another woman in north central Florida used video games and online apps like Omegle, Roblox, and Discord to find and communicate with their victims.
The majority of people playing games are boys, and that's how our boys are lured in.
A 2016 study funded by the U.S. Department of Justice estimates 36% of child sex trafficking victims are boys. The first victim was a 16-year-old boy from Marion County.
The teenage victim in this case was lured away from his family with promises of a better life. Instead, he was moved into a filthy trailer and used as a sex slave for nearly a year.
The boy first met these 2 men, Mark Dennis and Andrew Clements, at their 2017 wedding. Police say he was brought to the wedding by a family friend, Eleanor McGlamory, who is charged with conspiracy in the case. Dennis and Clements immediately started texting the boy using Discord and picked him up at his home 140 miles away 3 weeks later. Police say they disabled his cell phone so he couldn't be tracked, then gave him a new name, birthday, and backstory.
And the kid was polite. He seemed happy.
Homerding says she only saw the boy once, riding a golf cart with Clements.
He introduced him as his adopted son, and the boy agreed.
Did you think it was odd that you didn't see him for months and months after that?
Well, I figured it didn't work out.
People are so busy that they go about their life and they don't always look at clues or look at signs that something could be wrong.
Police say Dennis, Clements, their roommates Curtis Gruwell and Michael Schwartz, and associates Michael Blasdell and J.R. Gauthier were involved in the trafficking ring. They say 4 of the 6 men repeatedly raped the boy inside the trailer.
Yeah, I asked him if there was anything going on because it seemed like he was really depressed.
Abigail Ackerman met the victim and traffickers at a pagan festival where she says Mark Dennis offered to pay her $2,000 to make the boy a fantasy costume.
They wanted me to make him a blue and white husky suit for his birthday.
And she said the men showered the boy with other gifts.
Buying expensive things like game consoles, a full-blooded husky puppy that they bought him.
Well, that's part of the grooming process. And that's part of, even though there might not be physical chains around a victim, around a person, they
Right,
have
sis, this shit
mental
crazy.
and emotional chains around a person.
Police say they found whips, leather masks, and bondage tools inside the trailer. According to police reports, Mark Dennis called himself Grand Master and referred to the others as his pups, who made up what he referred to as his family circle.
We all have this deep rooted sense that we want to have family.
But police recovered text messages showing the boy was unhappy. I'm stressed to high hell. I don't want sex all the time, the boy said nearly a year into captivity, which is such a shame when such a tight group of people who love you have come into your life, one of his abusers replied. Then in 2018, they met a new victim online, a 17-year-old Louisiana boy they convinced to come live with them. Eleanor McGlamory and Curtis Grewell drove about 10 hours to pick the boy up in the woods near his rural Louisiana home in the dead of night, court records show. 3 days later, Louisiana police found the boys' online messages and rescued both boys from the trailer. Now all 6 men are facing charges of conspiracy to commit human trafficking.
It's very, very important that we teach our children not to give out personal information.
Experts say parents should monitor their kids' online activity, especially messages with any strangers.
They have a computer in their hands that they're opened up to anything and everything in the entire world.
We posted more information on how to protect your kids on abcactionnews.com. As for the people charged with trafficking these boys, they're currently behind bars awaiting trial, and 3 have entered into plea deals in exchange for their testimony.
Crazy. Hold on, guys. Absolutely nuts, right? When you think about these people that we have around us, you don't even know what type of pedophile that you are looking at. The other day, I did a build that was showing you guys how they have all these people that are able to, come to our country. They have minds that are, they have certain issues, so on and so forth, and their minds are not right. So with their minds not being right, then they put them into prison systems with certain people, right? And it helps them to even have a more degraded mind, because now they're being molested, they're being abused by the people in the prison system, so on and so forth. So it doesn't get better, it just seems to get worse. It's sick, sis. It is so freaking sick. I just don't even understand it. And right now with these hotels, what's important, why I really want to show this is a lot of times people are traveling, for business, for work, taking their families out. We got to be careful. These sick ass people are like kidnapping. They found over 600 children in this particular underground tunnel in this hotel. So this is why all these places are being sued right now. Here's one more I want you guys to watch. This is going to be short. I definitely just want to bring awareness to the sex trafficking in these hotels, being careful and aware of cameras and things that are in the hotels, so on and so forth. And yeah, I did kind of want to go over some information, but I'll wait for this afternoon when me and Sis go live. Well, actually this morning shortly to go over some things. So definitely want you guys to be aware of this. Anyone that comes across this particular information, please be aware of this and be protective of your family.
Discretion is advised. What sort of person buys and rapes a 6-year-old?
Somebody who just almost isn't human. You get up the next morning and maybe you don't feel good and maybe your ribs hurt and it's hard to walk today.
Was it the same guy selling you the entire time?
No, it didn't take long, probably a few months before somebody else kind of took that role over. It's really not that hard to buy and sell a human being in the state of Nebraska.
Somewhere in Nebraska right now, there's sex for sale. Experts believe a lot of the time this isn't prostitution. It's someone being trafficked through what's legally defined as force, fraud, or coercion. It's an ugly industry whose victims are often children. Here's how sex trafficking happens in Nebraska and what's being done about it.
We want people to realize that sex trafficking happens in the state of Nebraska. I operated the Omaha Child Exploitation Task Force from 2010 to 2015. And during my tenure, I came across 250 victims.
Victims of all ages, mostly female, sold for sex. It's a subject Brewer knows well from her years as an FBI agent. Now she helps educate and train others about a crime that no longer happens on dimly lit street corners.
People aren't walking on the streets and men aren't driving around the city block in circles looking for someone to buy. Rather, they can just sit in the privacy of their own home with a laptop computer or a cell phone and find a human being for sale.
The selling and shopping happens on places like Backpage, a classified advertising website. It requires users to agree to not post trafficking materials. But on separate pages for Omaha, Lincoln, Grand Island, North Platte, and Scotts Bluff, you'll find dozens of ads for escorts every day.
Backpage is one of the most widely used websites that we came across while I was working at the FBI. The one good thing about Backpage is they do turn over 400 suspected children for sale a month. Pictures that they think this is
Not
a
adult,
child
but
for
children.
sale, and they turn that over to law enforcement.
Essentially, the commercial sex market is strong across the state.
Krista Price and Terry Clark are showing results of their research. Computer-aided deep dive analysis of thousands of Backpage listings over several months led to a detailed picture of Nebraska's commercial sex industry. The academic term sex workers refers to all who are part of it, whether it's voluntary prostitution or trafficking.
Overall, the state averages about 130 sex workers a day and about 800 a month.
That's 800 different people for sale each month in Nebraska. Almost all are female. This heat map shows where it's happening. Big circles representing raw numbers of sex workers aren't surprising for large cities. But look at the circles on smaller towns like Oshkosh, Geneva, and Wayne. And yellow and red spots, these indicate high per capita intensity of sex advertising in places like Valley, Springfield, and St. Paul.
Even though there's just the 5 Backpage sites in the state, it really spreads out from there to cover the entire state.
So if a worker or trafficker, whoever's posting, is name checking a town, they're basically saying we've had success there before in our business
There has
model.
to be a reason they're singling out the town. There's got to be a clientele there. And it wouldn't be 1 or 2 people.
Same thing in Oklahoma.
A closer look at the Omaha area shows hotspots around Council Bluffs casinos and the Old Market with hotels and CenturyLink Center. But look at the third large hotspot, West Omaha. One explanation, there's money in West Omaha, and that's good for the sex business. Other findings reinforce the demand for young girls. The average posted age of a sex worker is about 24, but in reality, it's probably younger. The older the worker, the less they make. About half of sex workers advertised in Nebraska are from here and stay in one location. Another fourth are from here but travel. A fourth come to Nebraska from nearby cities.
One group in particular that experiences heavy travel are those who are advertised as very young. Young girls are particularly vulnerable to being trafficking victims.
And younger sex workers are more likely to work in groups called stables. Another indicator the worker isn't selling sex voluntarily. Which gets to the question, how much is voluntary prostitution? How much is trafficking? There's no clear-cut answer, but the online research shows 7 out of 10 Nebraska sex workers with some indicator of being trafficked, and 15% with multiple indicators.
Since Nebraska sees roughly 800 sex workers in a month, This would mean that potentially 120 sex workers a month are high-risk trafficking victims.
This research isn't easy. Online ads are often inaccurate and nasty.
I'd say about once every couple of months, I want to throw my computer against the wall and just be done.
But academic research like this is a valuable new tool for Nebraska agencies and law enforcement.
Our job is to not just quantify it, but also talk in terms of, okay, so what are the drivers that lead to the problem? Where is this more likely to exist? Its pockets in the state, and what are the best policy approaches and approaches by service providers to deal with the issues.
Location, a big part of the trafficking business model.
I think our location makes it very opportunistic for those who wish to exploit others on so many levels.
The interstate makes it easy for traffickers to keep moving to where there's business. Truck stops, rest areas, and hotels along the way are part of the mix. Strip clubs and massage parlors are another aspect of the business model. Traffickers find customers during big city events like the College World Series, U.S. Olympic swimming trials, even the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting. Smaller towns and their events are also opportunities for traffickers.
For most of our trafficking victims, this is kind of where we're going to start.
It's the Gifts Room at SASA Crisis Center in Hastings, a place that helps victims of domestic and sexual violence, including trafficking. The room is packed with donated basics most of us take for granted. Jamie Manzer helped trafficking escapees for several years here. They often came with just the clothes on their backs.
We will give them some version of, this care pack, and it's full of donated hygiene products, feminine products, but then always in it is an opportunity for a journal, because that's a huge source of relief. May light and love surround your home, and the stars always dance above you.
Wonderful. Okay, we're going to stop this because I want to be out of here shortly. I do have one other video I wanted to show. It's only about 5 minutes, actually. Let's get to that before I get up out of here. Peace, love, and bliss to anyone that does come in. Please share and subscribe to the channel, because who knows, they gave me a strike. So in the sense of that, I'm going to try and build this up to make sure that I'm able to get you guys information in case something happens in the future. I won't be able to go live for 7 days, but I will be, going live when me and Empress have a chance in the next week. And I'll definitely be coming live over here to try and boost the channel up. So this is why this white WYT or whatever you call it person says he hates white tea people, because he came to help them. Unbeknownst to him, he was being bamboozled. Check it out.
It's bad, like rotten to the core when you have white people agreeing with you that yes, said situation.
All right, girl, I'm gonna hear all that. Let's get to the juice. Here.
Very entertaining video. I want to share with you guys a very interesting clip that has been making.
Yeah, a week, 7 days.
I'm in the process of sponsoring a family that is fleeing South Africa due to the white genocide. I am not going to let a white group of people suffer and not help them because I've been bullied into not giving a shit. That ain't me. Wrong dude. Don't care. These people want to be Americans. They don't want to be South Africans anymore because that country was given over the minute
white South Africans
coming to America. Mandela was let out of prison. They're going to live in my house, and I'm going to feed them and take care of them.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He fucked up.
Suffice to say that I got involved in the abuse of the minority white race in South Africa a couple of years ago. Got heavily involved. Ultimately ended up
minority
family of 4, and
very quickly, I want you guys to make sure you heard what he said. He said the minorities. Remember, we talked about the minorities the other day. We showed the information of all the minorities being brought into America. You just heard him say it himself. The minority South American whites. Pay attention.
facilitate them from Africa. Obviously, it turned out bad. They did play me.
You already
In
said.
fact, that was one of the things they said was they're bragging about how they played me like a sport game. I spent over $30,000 in that 11 months in money and fed and clothed them. So I might be stupid enough to have fallen for that because I thought with my heart instead of my head. You know what? They cost me a lot of money when they were here. Suck and parasite and use people, and then when they're done, they just,
yes, those
go on to the
packages.
next victim. When they talk to me, it's like, hey, we're a good family. We own a business, and we're hardworking people. And you know, when we get to America, you know, the way we'll pay the rent will be we'll work for you guys. You know, all right. If anything, we had to work 10 times as hard just to take care of these people. I mean, in 11 months, I got my grass cut 3 times. One time ended up being in a huge argument. Everything free. Lay around, watch TV, and watch movies for 11 months.
Those are the white people I'm talking about.
Yeah, hilarious.
First of all, can we talk about how Bob, let's call him Bob, right?
Right.
Can we talk about how Bob's voice
30,000 he spent.
the tone? If you compare both videos, he became humble. They humbled me.
I'm with you, sis.
They literally used Bob for his resources and
That's right.
Does it sound familiar?
They want to clean nothing up in the dude house, Lord.
So apparently, the colonizers in South Africa, they're even worse than the ones in America. These people legit used this man for his resources. And after they had sucked him dry.
Yeah, we already know. Listen, check this out, y'all. These are people.
Bob's
comments.
situation isn't very unique. White South Africa.
It's happened a lot.
In New Zealand, there's only 2 types of people we will not tolerate. The first one is race to desist, and the other is white South Africa.
That's what he gets. That just
honestly, those people are the effing worst. When are we marching and holding peaceful protests against those?
They the fucking worst. White South African.
Have you met one? The worst. I am absolutely sick of white South African nationals immigrating to Aotearoa and having an immediate negative opinion on everyone who isn't white. Shut the F up. You do not get a say on things you don't know anything about. Why not head to Holland if you hate it so much?
That part. Head out. Get out.
They don't even want them in the country. Not only do they want them to shut the F up, they want them gone. Holland, you take them. We can't handle these people. If you've traveled the world and met many people in different places, you will learn that white South Africans are arrogant and entitled.
And broke as hell in the slums.
After a couple of years of working in hospitality, you start to develop an almost supernatural sixth sense for if a customer is going to be rude or difficult, going off very slight, almost imperceptible cues like a South African accent. Wow.
The Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. But I guess when it comes to white South Africans, you know them by their accents, followed by their fruits.
And Ben Thompson responded back to Thomas by saying, yup. Every time a white South African walks into my office, set timer for 30 seconds. Let me tell you how Blicks are ruining my country. What are these people doing in the abroad? Other white people from other countries also don't like our white people. Beautiful to watch. Beautiful and sad to watch. Because now these people are going to be stuck in South Africa. If nobody wants them nowhere, then they have nowhere else to go, right? It's beautiful. Makes me laugh, but at the same time, it's sad.
But they shipping all
Very,
these
very,
people over
very,
here to
very
you,
sad.
right? Let's talk about that before we get out of here. But they're shipping all of these people over here to you, right? They got all these people that are coming here, and these people have been actually, I do need to show you guys this video. showing you New York City. Every couple of days for the past 2 weeks, they have been shipping these people into New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, all the larger cities by the thousands, by the boatloads. And what's going on right now, when these people are coming in, they actually have the homeless people. They going in, these people coming from these countries, and they getting placed in hotels and motels, these same motels and hotels. Now tell me, how strange is it that it is it's being shown right now? I'm going to show you guys. Where is it? How strange is it that it's being shown right now that they're putting all these people in hotels, and at the same time they're showing the trafficking in these hotels? So what's going on when they're bringing these people back is what I'm wondering. So they're bringing them here. Are they being trafficked through these hotels since they're placing them in the hotels? What's going on? They have all these people, and all these people are being trafficked into the United States, because that's what I call the trafficking, bringing them from other places. They stay in asylum seekers and so on and so forth. But yeah, they are bringing these people into your town, into your city. They have these weird things going on with the hotels, but they're placing a lot of them in the hotel. So are they getting new victims for sex trafficking because they have been exposed and a lot has been going on? Check this out. Migrants in hotels and the citizens in the streets. You see this? Look. New York citizens with the migrants in the hotels, sitting up, getting fed, getting funding, getting grant money, getting Social Security cards, probably from one of our deceased ancestors, so that they can use and tap into their trust. So they're giving and recycling old social. This is why they're trying to create what you can't get into. You see that? It's sick. All these people. This is New York City. This is how it looks in the areas where the homeless are. But they have all these hotels that they are setting these people up at now. It's sick and it's disgusting. All right, guys, just wanted to do this live so I can bring attention to the channel. I've been telling people to subscribe just in case I get left out or receive a strike, which I have. So what I'm going to do, is try and come over here and do a quick live over the next week, just to bring more attention and the flow to the channel, so I can try and raise awareness just in case anything happens and I'm still able to reach you guys. You guys all can always reach me on sistarssoul.net. Let me put it in the chat just in case. They can't handle the truth. It's so true. It's so true. So true. Make sure you reach out here, guys. Join my mailing list. That way I can always reach out to you guys. If anything, I can reach out to you guys. If anything. They cannot handle the truth. These people are out here literally kidnapping people, bringing them over here to America, putting them in these hotels, but then they got hotel sex trafficking rings that they're paying off right now. It's just a whole nother scam. It's disgusting and it's sick. I don't know what's going on with this world other than us not getting it together soon enough. Like literally. Make sure you guys are tuning in at 11:30. Me and Empress will be live. 11:30 will be live. We will be live. All right. Peace, love, and bliss to everyone that comes in that will see this video. Just make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that I can try and build up a little bit of algorithm in it. When I have important information I need to get out if I'm not able to do it on the other channel. All right. Peace, love, and bliss, guys. I am out.